Now it's time for our guest. Aarón Sanchez is an award-winning chef, TV personality, author, and philanthropist. Today he joins the table to show you how to upgrade your Cinco de Mayo celebration with his partnership with Cacique, the #1 brand of authentic Mexican-style cheeses, cremas, and chorizos in the U.S. Everyone, please help us welcome Aarón Sanchez.
How are you, beautiful?
Aarón, right?
Good to see you. Yeah, very good. Aarón.
Aarón.
We have to roll your R's, ladies
Aarón.
and gents.
Aarón.
Come on.
Aarón.
Aarón.
So I see you guys have gotten busy
Yeah,
already.
we started.
Yeah,
It's hard
we
to eat and
try.
talk, but we try.
I love it.
This is so good.
So that right there is a pumpkin seed pesto with cilantro and cotija cheese.
It's so good.
The idea is like taking the traditional Italian sort of pesto and substituting basil for cilantro and having some more Latin flavors in there.
I love it.
I love it.
Yeah,
So
good.
tell us about your partnership with Cacique.
Well, it's a wonderful company. They've been around for 45 years. They're a family-owned company. They started in LA, literally selling queso blanco door to door out of their family station wagon. And they've grown into one of the top leading Mexican cheese brands that produce chorizo, cremas, and chorizos as well. And but they're just heartfelt, and they have the same standards that I do.
Yeah.
High quality, authentic ingredients. That's what I'm all about.
Definitely. And you mentioned some of the products. So these are, and you use those throughout all the dishes you make
Yes.
today.
So, because we're coming up on Cinco de Mayo, everybody. I hope everyone's going to enjoy themselves this weekend, right?
Yes.
Nice and responsibly.
Margarita time.
Always.
Exactly. As the elder statesman here, I have to say that, okay? But no, it's really about when you have people over to your home and having like a fiesta and a get-together, try to have things that are very accessible and easy to eat. So the tostada is a beautiful way to do that because you have to think of the tortilla as this beautiful canvas that you can put so many different flavors and layer it on.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that.
You down with that?
Yes, I'm down with that. I never thought of it that way, and I love that.
Yeah. So that because I think some gringos grow up with the hard shell tacos, like with
That's it.
the meat and the cheap
I'm familiar.
cheese. Okay. So maybe step away from that a little bit and go the more authentic route and have the tostada, which is in essence the hard shell taco just flattened out, which is what you have in Mexico. So yeah, and here I have some beautiful examples, ladies and gentlemen, about how you can really kind of go in many different creative directions. We have some chorizo and shrimp, so a little surf and turf, a wonderful, well-seasoned, the crema mexicana, which is this, a little silkier, smoother, creamier, kind of creme fraiche that's used to kind of finish a lot of dishes. Then right here we have the calabacitas con queso. Now this is something that I grew up eating when I was a kid, and it's just basically great summer squash with roasted poblano and onion, and we finish that with some beautiful queso fresco. All right, now queso fresco is the #1 consumed cheese in Mexico. It's light, it's creamy, it's that perfect foil for spicy food. And then we have another vegetarian option, which is just roasted mushrooms with some whipped queso fresco.
That's what I'm eating. It's really good.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And then just some of that pesto that you love.
Oh, I love that pesto.
Yeah.
And it's great to see tostadas because, I think Americans have a lot of misconceptions, or people in the U.S. about Cinco de Mayo.
Yep.
With nachos and hard tacos.
Exactly.
What are like some other misconceptions we might be having about how to celebrate the holiday?
Well, Cinco de Mayo is not like the birthday of the Corona or anything like that. It commemorates a very significant battle in the state of Puebla in 1862, where the Mexicans kind of expelled the French from Mexico. So it's really a significant moment to celebrate the independence of Mexico. It's not Mexican Independence Day. So it's really that reason for us to come together and celebrate. You know what I mean? So there's a little clarity with that. But yeah, really just the idea of having a Cinco de Mayo festival is about a big diversity of flavors, things that keep you engaged. As chefs, we talk a lot about texture, because texture keeps your palate engaged. You know what I mean? That's the difference between when you have a tomato soup and it's monotonous, then you have a chowder. The chowder's more interesting, right? Because there's a little bit of diced stuff in there and there's something crunchy. So the same thing applies when you're kind of putting together a Cinco de Mayo spread.
That's what I'm feeling, this whipped cheese.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've ever had it like that, and it is very good.
So you guys, as younger, cool millennials that are making moves, are you guys cooks? Do you guys like to get home and cook?
Yes.
I know it's hard sometimes in cities because you have small kitchens.
We try.
Yeah? You guys get down?
I wish. I wish.
I'm not going to lie to you, Aarón.
Yeah, no, we're hopeless, kind of.
Okay. But
Help us.
well, here we are. I mean, if you
Yeah.
bring Cacique products
I
into
feel like
your
I can
world,
handle this, yeah.
Yeah, this is not difficult at all. You can buy the tostadas already fried. It's really a situation of just getting great ingredients and letting them shine. So, yeah. So easy. Yeah.
On that note, because as I just said, I need help. What are your tips for preparing Mexican food?
Well, I think the idea is making sure that it's authentic, right? Because I know that there's a lot of Tex-Mex out there, and I think people don't understand necessarily what Tex-Mex really means. My grandmother explained it to me that Tex-Mex was a food that Texas cowboys would go into Mexico to work. They liked elements of the food, but they found it too spicy or whatever, and they changed it. So the corn tortilla became a flour tortilla. The green chili became something milder than the jalapeno. You know what I'm saying? So that has a lot of significance. But really just great, the tostadas. I want everybody in Cinco de Mayo to embrace the tostadas. Come on, guys.
I can do that.
Right?
Yeah.
Can y'all do that for
I
me?
can do that for you.
Yeah, easy stuff.
But that makes sense because like the best Italian food is authentic, homemade spaghetti, homemade pizza. So it makes sense that we should treat, of course, Mexican cuisine the same way and the same. Yeah.
Absolutely. And when you have these ingredients, I mean, you can't go wrong, right? So,
can't.
So good.
so wonderful.
Yeah, and obviously you're a judge on MasterChef and MasterChef Junior, which is one of my favorite shows. I feel like I get so inspired from watching those children cook. I feel like they put out the greatest memes of all time. Seriously, I die watching those kids when they cry. What's the most surprising thing when you're watching them cook in the kitchen and they're so young, but some of those cooks, they're so young, but they're so creative, is what I see in them.
Yeah, well, it's very promising. As a father of an 8-year-old, I can tell you that to see them these young people so infatuated with food, it's a great thing. Anytime you can get them away from a video game or their iPad and get them in the kitchen cooking, I think that's just a beautiful thing. And then the fact that, they might be 9, 10 years old, but some of them have been cooking for 4 years, already making pancakes with their folks, making cupcakes and desserts. So they come in with a repertoire and a vocabulary of food that is very surprising, and it makes me extremely excited to know that the future is bright when it comes to the culinary world, because these kids are their interest is in the right place.
Yeah.
It's hard to break hearts though. To
Yeah,
your
I
point.
know.
To your point.
But I always feel like even when they, get sent home, like they're still so inspired, and like being on the show is huge. So even if they get, sent off
Yeah.
early on, it's good for them. Don't worry. Their hearts are still growing. They'll heal.
Of course, they
That's
will
how the
heal.
heart works? Right.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
but it's to your point. Now you guys are very in touch with social media platforms and way people are creating brands. And some being on MasterChef is very different from doing other cooking shows because they're there with us for 2-3 months. So we're very invested in their success. So win, lose or draw, this might be that one step that they take to go and get that cupcake business they've always wanted. Or go out there and be a personal chef or a private chef. You know what I mean? So the show and the whole experience really gives people confidence.
Yeah.
And for the young people, I mean, they come out there and they're already like little movers and shakers, you know what I mean, at 11 years old, you know what I mean?
Oh, man.
So it's cool that way.
We love that passion that you have for the show and for food. Before we go, how are you going to celebrate this weekend?
Well, I'm going to celebrate. Well, I live in New Orleans, so you guys are always welcome to come down there, all of you.
Oh,
Amazing city.
Yeah, so I grew up here in New York City. I used to come here to buy concert tickets when it was Tower Records, y'all.
Wow.
Don't tell me how old y'all were, but I used to come down here and party. This used to be the spot to hang.
It still is.
It's still the spot to hang. I'm saying, but like to buy tickets. But
I know.
but now I live in New Orleans, so I'll be flying home tomorrow, and then I'll be spending it with my family. Jazz Fest, so I'll go listen to some music on Saturday. Then at my restaurant all day. But I think I encourage everybody, if you guys want to try to bring some of these recipes and flavors to your home, please visit caciqueinc.com, which has all of the wonderful recipes and tips.
well, I don't thank you so much for joining
You guys are very kind. Thank y'all so much.
And you can learn how to